You feel that the battles you face are invisible, but the protection you seek is closer than you think. In a world full of challenges, there is a force that fights by your side, even when everything seems dark. The nights when you find yourself awake, trapped in thoughts that never cease, are witnesses to this struggle. Loneliness can be heavy, and the feeling that no one notices your suffering can be suffocating. You feel that, even surrounded by people, there is an emptiness that echoes in your heart. These feelings are not just your reality. They are part of the journey that many of us face. But remember, you are not alone. Saint Michael the Archangel, the celestial defender, is always present. He is the one who does not fear the darkness, who confronts the invisible enemies that surround us. By invoking his name, you summon a powerful force of protection and courage. Saint Michael, with his sword of light, cuts the chains that bind you to fear and insecurity. He is here, ready to fight. You are not alone. May in every moment of doubt, you feel his presence by your side, guiding your steps, protecting your heart, and giving you the courage needed to face the storms that arise in your life. Let us together raise a prayer to Archangel Michael. Let us ask for protection, clarity, and strength amidst what seems to be a whirlwind of difficulties. May every word that leaves our lips resonate within us, bringing comfort and hope. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me in battles. Protect my home and my family. May the divine light illuminate every corner where darkness may have tried to enter. As you call for his intervention, it is important to acknowledge the internal struggles that may be consuming you. Envy, fear, emotional and spiritual blockages. All of this accumulates like shadows in your soul. Sometimes the malicious words of others can echo in your mind, creating barriers that seem insurmountable. And fatigue becomes a weight, a burden you carry in silence, day after day. You feel trapped by situations that seem endless, like debts that suffocate, family problems that destabilize, or even the anguish of doors that do not open. In this moment of prayer, may the strength of Saint Michael the Archangel come upon you, dissipating the shadows that surround your life. May all envy and malice dissolve like mist at the first ray of sunlight. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me from the forces that try to oppress me. May every shadow lose strength in the face of the light that comes from God. Allow yourself to feel this protection as you surrender to this faith. With every word spoken, imagine as if an armor of light is being placed upon you, protecting you from everything that does not serve your well-being. I place myself under the divine protection of Saint Michael. May my mind find peace. May my heart be light. May hope be reborn in my life. As you surrender to this protection, share your experiences in the comments. Talk about your struggles, your fears, and your victories. By writing, you are not only expressing your truth, but also joining a community that seeks the same strength and protection. And thus, together, we can strengthen our faith and find solace in each other's words. May the prayer intensify within you. May the repetition of invocations for protection and liberation become a mantra in your life. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me. May every shadow lose strength. May my home be guarded. May my mind find peace. May my faith not fade. Feel the energy of these words elevating your soul, as if each repetition is an echo of freedom, a call to renewal. As you look in the mirror of your life, remember that you are not a victim of circumstances, but someone protected by a greater force. The light of Saint Michael illuminates your path, and the difficulties you face are opportunities for growth and strengthening. Imagine him before you, his sword shining in the darkness, confronting the shadows that try to infiltrate your life. May his presence inspire you to fight, to never give up. The victory is yours, for you are under the protection of Archangel Michael. May his light always shine on your path, bringing peace and renewal. You are loved, you are protected, and hope will be your constant companion. You feel that the battles you face are invisible, but the protection you seek is closer than you think. There is a weight you carry, a burden that seems invisible to others, but weighs on your heart and soul. The anguish of sleepless nights, the worries that stubbornly follow you during the day, the voices that whisper doubts and fears in your ear. You are not alone on this journey, for there is a divine force walking by your side. Saint Michael the Archangel, the one who defends the children of God, is present. He is strong, he is courageous, and he is here to help you face all of this. Imagine for a moment the powerful image of Saint Michael, his armor shining under the celestial light, his sword cutting through the darkness. He stands as your defender, not allowing the shadows woven by envy, fear, or anguish to approach you. When you pray, your voice joins the strength of Saint Michael. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me in battles, is a cry that resonates in the heavens. It is an invocation of protection and courage, bringing clarity to your mind and peace to your heart. By repeating this prayer, you fill yourself with hope, allowing your faith to grow amidst the storm. With every word, you connect more deeply with the divine light that surrounds you. The internal struggles, the silent battles you face, are not mere illusions. They are real and often manifest as emotional blockages, in those hours when insecurity sets in, or in moments when sadness feels more intense. You may sometimes feel as if you are in a labyrinth with no way out, with doors closing around you, opportunities scarce, and the sense that everything is against you. But know that these are the shadows trying to pull you away from the light. The envy of others, the hurtful words that surround you, and the fear that settles in your heart are weapons used by the enemy. However, when you call upon Saint Michael, you summon the defender of the righteous, the one who fights in your name, who confronts all kinds of evil, visible or invisible. May every shadow lose strength in my life. You can cry out, allowing your voice to echo in the universe, making space for the true light that only the protection of Saint Michael can bring. Feel that energy, that strength rising within you. It is a call to liberation, a cry for renewal. Do not forget that you possess within you the divine spark, and that spark ignites even more when you surrender to this protection. Faith is a powerful balm that heals wounds and brings hope. When you place yourself under the protection of Saint Michael, you allow yourself to be guided. You let divine love flow into your life. I place myself under the divine protection of Saint Michael. Declare this firmly, and feel the security that this surrender brings. The feeling of being protected is transformative. It brings with it the certainty that no matter what happens, you are not alone. At this moment, I invite you to share what you feel, to open your heart. In the comments, write, Saint Michael protects me, not as an obligation, but as a gesture of faith. Allow your voice to join those of others who also seek this protection. It is a movement of community, of unity in prayer, where we all place ourselves under the same light, under the same protection. As you meditate on this, imagine yourself surrounded by a radiant light, this light that is the presence of Saint Michael. See him before you, his shining sword in hand, his presence strong and serene. He is here to ensure that nothing that is not good approaches you. With each breath, feel peace enter and anxiety leave. May my home be guarded. May my mind find peace. Repeat these words, feeling their truth penetrate your being. You are loved. You are protected. In every battle you face, know that there are angels fighting by your side, that the forces of good mobilize to defend you. Do not feel like a target, but as someone who has a celestial army, a divine protection that extends over every aspect of your life. The difficulties you face are opportunities to grow, to strengthen, and to draw even closer to God. It is normal to feel fear, and it is human to feel weak at times. But remember, you are not weak. You are strong, for you are supported by a higher strength that never abandons you. With each challenge, with each struggle, you become more resilient, more connected to your faith. May my faith not fade, cry out fervently. May each moment of doubt turn into a step closer to your victory. When you look at your life, see the difficulties not as walls, but as doors that will open when you least expect it. Allow the light of St. Michael to illuminate your path, bringing clarity to the decisions you need to make. Embrace this protection and know that every step you take is covered by divine light. As you continue on this journey of faith, know that every prayer you make is a brick in the construction of a path of hope. St. Michael, Archangel, defend me in battles. Repeat this with the certainty that your voice is heard, that your pleas reach the heavens and are answered. You are part of something much greater, of a divine plan that cares for you in every detail. Allow the presence of St. Michael to dwell in your life. Feel his protection in every moment, in every choice you make. When fear threatens to invade your heart, remember the sword of light that shines before you, driving away the darkness and bringing the certainty that you are under the guard of a true defender. The light of St. Michael will always shine on your path, and this light will guide you in times of darkness. You are loved, you are protected, and victory is yours. May the coming hours be filled with peace. May the coming days bring clarity. You are under divine protection, and this protection is your strength in the midst of the storm. Now continue to pray, continue to cry out, and be assured that each word is bringing you closer to the truth that will set you free. St. Michael is by your side, and together you will face any battle that arises. The path may be difficult, but you are not alone. Divine protection is real, and it envelops you like a cloak of love and security. With every moment, with every thought, allow this certainty to enter your heart. You are protected, you are guided, and the light of St. Michael will always be your beacon in the midst of darkness. You are not a victim. You are a warrior, a child of God, and victory is within your reach. Let your faith lead you, and may each day be a new opportunity to live this protection and this light that God has placed in your life. You are strong, even when you feel weak, even when the shadows seem longer than the light you are trying to embrace. Envy and fear may present themselves in subtle forms, like a whisper in the stillness of the night. But know that these feelings do not have the power to define who you truly are. Every battle fought in silence is an opportunity for growth, a chance to rise again with more courage. And it is precisely here, in this moment of vulnerability, that the powerful presence of St. Michael the Archangel becomes necessary. Imagine the scene. He, proud and imposing, with the gleaming sword in one hand and the shield in the other, ready to combat everything that tries to bring you down. He is not just watching, but fighting by your side, wielding divine justice against every force that rises against you. His protection is not a mere wish, It is a reality that manifests in every prayer, in every cry for help. Doors that have been closed can be opened, and where scarcity seemed to reign, abundance can bloom again. You do not have to carry this burden alone. On your journey, recognize that there is a light illuminating your steps, even when everything seems dark and confusing. Each day, allow the confidence in God's promises to enter your heart. You are loved, and this certainty is what makes you resilient in the face of difficulties. Thus, let us together invoke this protection, asking that the light of Saint Michael the Archangel dispel every shadow that approaches. May every negative thought be silenced, and may you look around and see only the blessings that are about to manifest. Believe that in every detail of your life, the divine hand is at work, guiding you along paths that lead to peace and renewal. You are part of something greater, and this connection strengthens you each day. Go beyond fear, and let the light of Saint Michael open your mind and heart. Do not forget, you are not alone in this struggle. With every prayer, you draw closer to the deliverance you so eagerly await. It is time to open yourself to this truth, and remember that amidst the storm, divine protection is your safe haven. You are about to experience a transformation, and courage will reveal itself in every step taken. You may feel at this moment the presence of something greater around you. Perhaps you have spent sleepless nights where thoughts become heavy as lead, and every little noise turns into an echo of your worries. These internal struggles are silent but intense, and you do not have to face them alone. The protection of Saint Michael the Archangel is here, ready to guide you through the shadows surrounding your life. He is the defender of those who feel weak, and you are not alone in this battle. Do not forget that. Imagine for a moment the majestic figure of Saint Michael, with his gleaming armor, facing the forces of darkness. Feel the strength emanating from him, like a shield rising between you and all evil that tries to approach. He brings with him the light that dispels darkness, and the courage you need to face your own battles. When you cry out for protection, Saint Michael comes to your aid, and there is no shadow that can withstand his power. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me, is a cry that resonates in the heights, a plea that echoes in the heavens. Now let us raise our voices together. May every word we pronounce in this prayer become a bastion of protection. May the walls of your home be guarded. May the winds of fear be cast away, and may the light of Saint Michael illuminate every dark corner of your life. You may be fighting against the envy that hides in the malicious words around you, or against the fear that paralyzes your heart. But know that Saint Michael is the sword that cuts these chains, and the light that dispels the darkness of doubt. May the pain you feel, may the anguish that seems insurmountable, transform into strength. You may not understand why there are so many battles, but divine providence is at work. Every tear you shed is seen, and every cry directed to heaven is heard. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me. May this phrase echo within you, bringing comfort and renewal. May you feel enveloped by the certainty that by your side there is a defender and tireless warrior ready to fight for you. In moments of doubt, when doors seem to close, remember that faith is a beacon in the darkness. Every time you feel you can't go on, cry out for Saint Michael. He is the answer in your darkest nights. You may be surrounded by visible and invisible enemies, but divine protection is a powerful shield. Visualize Saint Michael raising his sword, cutting through the darkness around you and bringing justice where there is injustice. Now let us surrender to this protection. I place myself under the divine protection of Saint Michael. May this surrender not be just a phrase, but an act of faith. Feel embraced, wrapped in a mantle of light. With every breath, you absorb this protection, and with every heartbeat, courage is renewed. Do not allow doubts and fears to define who you are. You are a fighter, and the battle is not just yours. It is the struggle of good against evil, of light against darkness. If you feel that this prayer is touching your heart, write "Saint Michael protects me" in the comments. It is not an obligation, but a gesture of faith, an affirmation that you join us on this spiritual journey. The community of faith is powerful, and together we form a chain of protection and love. Let us intensify our prayer. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me. May this invocation resonate in your life, breaking all chains that hinder your progress. May every shadow that approaches lose strength in the face of the light you invoke. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me. The sound of your voice is a wave of courage that spreads, and the strength you need is materializing. You are not a victim. You are someone who is loved, who is protected. The battles you face are real, but victory is already assured. The sword of Saint Michael shines brightly, reflecting divine light. He is here, fighting by your side, and each passing day is a new opportunity to rise and move forward. Feel this transformation within you. With each moment, you distance yourself more from pain and draw closer to peace. Through every prayer, the light of Saint Michael becomes a reality in your life. He is the defender you needed, bringing divine justice and restoring hope in your heart. May your worries dissipate, and may serenity take over your mind. Now visualize the scene. Saint Michael, with his sword raised, facing the darkness that tries to approach you. He is the light that shines in the darkness, and this light is your protection. You are surrounded by divine love, and this reality cannot be shaken. You are strong, you are resilient, and the strength of the Archangel is with you. May the light of Saint Michael always shine on your path, bringing peace and renewal. You are loved, you are protected, and victory is yours. The shadows that threaten your peace have no power over you. With each step, remember that the protection of Saint Michael is your armor. Heaven is listening to your prayers, and the answer is on its way. Move the shadow of doubt that insists on hovering over you. Every step you take is a testament to your courage. Sometimes the weight of the world feels unbearable, but know that the strength of Saint Michael the Archangel is around you, like an impenetrable fortress. Imagine yourself surrounded by an intense light, pushing away the darkness and bringing clarity to your mind. With each breath, feel this protection intensifying. Remember, the struggle may be invisible, but that does not mean you are alone. The battle you face in silence is often the most intense. Enemies may hide in malicious words, in judging looks, in thoughts that undermine your faith. But Saint Michael the Archangel comes to combat these forces, to remind you that you are stronger than any adversity. When fear tries to whisper in your ear, invoke his presence. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me. Every time you utter this prayer, imagine the sword of Saint Michael cutting the chains that bind you. Imagine the shadows dissipating, like mist at dawn. May all negative energy, may all envy directed at you become powerless before the powerful light of the Archangel. Each day as you rise, remember that divine protection is yours. You are not destined to live in captivity, but to be free and whole. Visualize your home, every corner of it wrapped in a bubble of protection. May the entryways be guarded by Saint Michael. May the windows be openings for light, not darkness. May your dreams be nourished by hope and not by fears. When anxiety tries to take over, cry out again. Saint Michael, come to my aid. He responds to your call. He hears your cry. In this moment of surrender, allow yourself to say, I place myself under divine protection. Feel this surrender as an act of faith. Placing yourself in God's hands is one of the most powerful acts you can do. You are not giving up, but surrendering to a higher plan. Life may be challenging, but each challenge is an opportunity for growth, transformation, and spiritual renewal. If worries weigh on your heart, know that each one of them is known to God. He hears your prayers, and the answer comes in the form of protection, guidance, and peace. May with each dawn your faith be renewed. May with each night you find rest in knowing that Saint Michael is by your side, ready to fight for you. You are not a victim of circumstances, but a warrior moving forward, clad in the armor of faith. As you walk this journey, remember that you are not alone. Invite others to join you in prayer. Share your experiences, your struggles, your victories. Together, as a community of faith, you become stronger. Write, Saint Michael protects me in the comments, not as an obligation, but as a gesture of faith. This is your testimony, your declaration that the light is with you. Now, take a deep breath and pray again, feeling the comforting presence of Saint Michael. May insecurities be dissipated. May uncertainties be transformed into clarity. May fear turn into courage, and may the longed-for peace find a home in your heart. May this prayer echo in your life, bringing the renewal you so desire and need. And when you look to the future, may you see not just shadows, but the shining light of Saint Michael guiding your way. You feel that the battles you face are invisible, but the protection you seek is closer than you think. Sometimes these struggles hide in the shadows, disguised as routine, but their weight is undeniable. And when night falls, bringing with it anxiety and fear, you wonder, how can I find peace amid so many uncertainties? It is in this moment that you need to remember the powerful presence of Saint Michael the Archangel, the defender who not only watches, but acts on behalf of those who cry out for help. At this moment, invite Saint Michael to be by your side. Imagine his light cutting through the darkness that surrounds you, like a beacon on a dark night. He is here, ready to fight. You are not alone. Take a moment to feel this presence, this enveloping strength that embraces you, that makes you feel that, despite the battles, there is a path of protection and love. The struggles you face may be linked to malicious words that have been spoken, to envy that creeps into others' hearts, or even to the feeling of being trapped in an endless cycle of problems and blockages. Sometimes you feel as if you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But now, by invoking the protection of Saint Michael, you take a step towards liberation. May his light illuminate your life, dispelling the clouds of despair and bringing clarity where there was once confusion. Visualize the sword of Saint Michael, cutting the ties that bind you. Each strike is a symbol of liberation. Each movement brings the promise of divine justice. He fights not just for you, but with you. Feel this growing connection, as if each word of prayer is intertwining with the very essence of the Archangel. May every shadow lose strength in the face of the light he emanates. May the barriers that seem insurmountable be broken down one by one until you can see the horizon again. Thank Saint Michael for being present. He is your defense against evil, your fortress in times of insecurity. Every moment you dedicate to this connection is a firm step towards the restoration of your spirit. Saint Michael, Archangel, defend me. Repeat this invocation with faith, allowing the vibration of this prayer to resonate in your soul. May each word become a shield that protects you, enveloping you with the assurance that no matter what happens, you are under divine protection. Sometimes, you may feel as if you are fighting in a lonely battlefield, surrounded by invisible enemies that come in the forms of insecurities, worries, and fears. But know that the light of Saint Michael reflects the light of God. He is a constant reminder that heavenly help is never far away. Feel this truth penetrate your being. You are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against forces that want to divert you from your path. However, with Saint Michael by your side, this struggle is not in vain. Now look within yourself. What are the shadows you need to face? What fears are holding you back? Name them in your mind, and as you do so, imagine each one dissolving under the light of Saint Michael. He is here to free you, to give you courage. He has the power to transform your pain into strength, your sadness into hope. Every tear you have shed, every moment of despair, now becomes part of your journey towards liberation. When you surrender to this truth, you begin to realize that you are not a victim of circumstances. You are a warrior, a chosen one who possesses within you the strength to overcome any challenge. Saint Michael surrounds you with his protection. May your mind find peace, may your heart be restored, and may your struggles turn into testimonies of faith. Every door that has closed can be reopened with the strength of the Archangel. Every emotional debt, every blockage that seemed insurmountable can be removed when you place yourself under divine protection. And as you reflect on this, allow hope to be reborn in your heart. Tell yourself, I am protected, I am loved, I am guided. May these words become a mantra in your life, a powerful affirmation that will dissipate any shadow of doubt. The protection of Saint Michael is a constant light, a divine signature that accompanies you every step of the way. Prepare now for a moment of surrender. Look to the sky in your mind, feel the presence of Saint Michael, and reveal what is in your heart. You may say, I place myself under the divine protection of Saint Michael. Allow this surrender to be an act of faith, a gesture of trust in which your worries are transferred to the one who is stronger. In this moment, you are not carrying these burdens alone. May each day ahead be an opportunity to see the hand of God at work in your life. May the coming hours be filled with peace. May the coming weeks bring clarity. And may the coming months be full of blessings. Feel this in your heart. Let this certainty anchor in your life like a safe harbor amidst the storms. Amidst all this, remember that there is a community of faith around you, people who also seek the protection and light of Saint Michael. Together you can support each other, pray for one another, and witness the wonders that occur when faith is put into action. May this union be a reflection of divine love, strengthening each one in their journey. At the end of this moment, remember that words of protection are a powerful weapon. When you pray sincerely, each phrase becomes a shield that drives away enemies. The light of Saint Michael is a light that does not go out. He is the answer to your pleas. May your life be flooded with this protection, and may you emerge strengthened, ready to face whatever comes your way. And now, as you continue this journey, remember, The light of Saint Michael will always shine on your path, bringing peace and renewal. You are loved, you are protected, and the victory is yours. With every step you take, may the presence of the Archangel be with you, guiding and defending, until everything becomes clear and divine love prevails. May you realize that even in the darkest hours, the light of Saint Michael the Archangel illuminates your path. Think of the struggles you face, the sleepless nights when anxiety seems to dominate your heart. He is there at your disposal, ready to offer you comfort and courage. Imagine him by your side, his shining sword cutting through the darkness that tries to seize your peace. Every fear, every doubt, every negative thought that tries to settle in your mind is dissipated by the divine power he represents. When you call upon Saint Michael, it is not just an empty plea. It is an act of faith, an invocation of protection that echoes in the spiritual dimensions. Saint Michael, Archangel, defend me in battles. Repeat this with faith. Feel the strength of these words. They have the power to transform your reality, to create an invisible shield around you. You are calling for divine justice to intervene in your conflicts, whether in the malicious words you receive, in the envies that may surround you, or in the persecutions that make you feel small and unprotected. Visualize the barriers that have been erected against you. Now, imagine them crumbling like sand. With each invocation, you are allowing the light of Saint Michael to create a safe space for you to breathe, for you to rise again. May your mind find rest. May your worries be taken to a place where they can no longer touch you. May the obstacles that seem insurmountable be turned into opportunities for growth. Ask with confidence. Saint Michael Archangel, come help me. May every shadow that tries to approach me lose strength. May divine protection surround me in such a way that I feel the security I need. With each prayer, with each word, you are renewing yourself. The power of Saint Michael is a reinforcement in your life. It is the assurance that even amidst chaos, there is a higher force taking care of everything. In this moment, surrender your struggles to him. Visualize your pains, your anxieties, your doubts, and place them under the protection of Saint Michael. Feel the surrender as a relief, as if a weight is being lifted from your shoulders. You do not have to carry all this alone. There is a defender by your side, fighting for you, guiding your steps, and bringing the necessary justice into your life. The strength of Saint Michael Archangel is a beacon in the darkness. You may not see the battle, but it is happening, silent yet fierce. Each day is a struggle, each night a challenge. Fear tries to invade your mind, anxiety takes residence in your heart, and worries accumulate like heavy clouds. But now, in this moment, you can rise above it all. Breathe deeply and let the light of Saint Michael illuminate your path. Imagine him before you, sword in hand, ready to face everything that tries to bring you down. He is the defender of the weak, the protector of those who cry out for help. With unwavering determination, Saint Michael confronts the approaching darkness, dispelling it with a simple gesture. You are not alone in this battle. This fight is not just yours, it is shared with him, who is right by your side at this very moment, ready to support you. Ask for the protection of Saint Michael sincerely now. Say, Saint Michael, Archangel, defend me in my struggles. With your sword, cut all the ties that bind me. May all negative energy dissipate. May all envy weighing on my life be erased. May the divine light you carry surround and protect me. Feel this invocation. Each word has power, and each syllable is a step towards liberation. You may have faced dark days, moments when the darkness seemed unbearable. But know that it is in the hardest hours that the light shines the brightest. If you feel surrounded by visible and invisible enemies, if the malicious words of others hurt you, do not hesitate to cry out for protection. St. Michael Archangel is here, ready to fight for you. Repeat in your heart, St. Michael, defend me. May my home be guarded, and may my mind find peace. May every time you call upon him, a chain of protection form around you. Imagine this chain, an impenetrable barrier that keeps all evil at bay. Your home, your family, your finances, all under the protection of St. Michael. Every aspect of your life is important and deserves this divine protection. The blockages you face may seem insurmountable, but with each prayer, you are opening doors that were closed. Allow yourself to believe that you are worthy of this help, that the liberation you seek is not just for you, but for everyone around you. What you do when you seek this protection is an act of love, not only for yourself, but for all that you cherish. Place yourself under divine protection and watch how changes begin to happen in your life. Remember that the protection of St. Michael is not just a shield, but also a force that motivates and inspires. It encourages you to be stronger, to face your fears, and not to be shaken by circumstances. In every difficulty, he is there, whispering words of courage into your heart. You are strong. You are loved. The victory is yours. When you truly surrender, placing yourself under the protection of St. Michael, it is as if your battles are shared with a faithful friend. The feeling of being accompanied is powerful. It brings a comfort that radiates through your body and soul. Visualize yourself walking beside him with the certainty that the shadows have no power over you. St. Michael is by your side, and together you are invincible. As you pray, visualize all the obstacles that have been preventing you from living in peace. See each one being dismantled, one, by the sword of St. Michael. He fights for you, but you also need to fight. The fight for faith, for hope, for love. Every time you engage in prayer, you are arming yourself with courage, strengthening yourself to continue. Feel this transformation within you. Every word you speak is a call to heaven. St. Michael Archangel, may every shadow lose strength. May my faith not fade. May my life be filled with light and love. With each repetition, with each cry, you strengthen yourself. You become more aware of the light that exists within you, a light that can be amplified and shared with the world. Allow yourself to feel this connection. It is as if a current of strength is uniting you to the divine. You are part of something greater, something powerful. St. Michael is not just a defender, but a partner in this spiritual journey you are undertaking. With each step, you are getting closer to your purpose, closer to your truth. Now let yourself be carried away by this energy. May the peace you seek enter your life. May the light of St. Michael always shine on your path, bringing renewal with each dawn. And in your journey, if you feel you need more support, share your experiences. Write in the comments. This is a gesture of faith, a way to unite with others who are also seeking the protection of the Archangel. Your story needs to be told. Every battle, every victory, all part of this journey. When you share, you inspire others to seek that divine protection. You become a bearer of hope, and thus, together, we strengthen each other like a great spiritual family. Always invoking the presence of St. Michael the Archangel. Remember, you are not alone. Each day is a new opportunity to rise, to strengthen yourself, and to fight for your victories. At the end of each prayer, feel renewed, light. You are protected, loved and guided by divine light. Continue to cry out for that strength. Feel your heart beating stronger, your soul rising. May your life be a testimony of faith. May the light of Saint Michael not only protect you, but also transform you. With each step, remember that you are loved, you are protected, and the victory is yours. Allow yourself to surrender and know that there is more to come. A new phase, a new hope, a new dawn awaits you. Do not forget to continue following, subscribing, connecting, for this journey is shared, and together we are stronger. Life may seem like a battlefield, and it is precisely at this moment that the presence of Saint Michael the Archangel becomes essential. Imagine him before you, his armor shining and his sword raised, symbolizing the fight against everything that tries to paralyze you. He is the defender of those who feel weak, the light in the darkness that calls you to move forward, to not give up. Allow yourself to visualize this moment. Feel the warmth of the protection he offers as you face your fears, your insecurities, those doubts that haunt you in the silent nights. You may be surrounded by malicious words, by negative comments, like shadows trying to obscure your essence. But remember, you are not at the mercy of what others think or say. The strength of Saint Michael is your strength. He cloaks you in courage so that you can rise, so that your voice can echo amidst the storms that threaten your peace. Do not let yourself be shaken. Look ahead and see beyond the dark clouds that try to envelop you. You are stronger than you think, and that strength comes from the light that accompanies you. In this moment, cry out, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me in the battles I face. May your sword drive away the darkness surrounding me. May the light that emanates from your presence penetrate every corner of your home, bringing protection and clarity. May your home become a sanctuary, free from all evil, from all envy, and from all blockages trying to establish themselves. Imagine each room being touched by this light, feeling the energy transforming, opening paths and dissipating anxieties. Sometimes the nights are long and full of worry. Anxiety can be an unwanted companion that persistently tries to undermine your peace. But know that by invoking the protection of Saint Michael, you are uniting with a greater force than all your struggles. He is the guardian of hopes and the promises of God, and he is by your side, ready to fight for you. Do not give up. Do not stop believing in the possibility of a new dawn. And with each new day, upon waking, say this prayer to him, surrendering your anxieties, your fears, and your struggles. May your heart find peace, and may your mind be freed from the chains that bind it. With each breath, remember, you are loved, you are protected, and the victory is yours. The light of Saint Michael will always be guiding you, breaking the chains that try to hold you back. Allow this energy to settle within you. May the divine promises be fulfilled in your life, and may you feel this renewal each day. Look around you and see how life begins to transform. The doors that were closed start to open, the shadows begin to dissipate. Believe in the protection that surrounds you and in the strength that is reborn within you. In the coming moments, as you reflect on all this, be prepared to surrender and feel this light growing stronger. Changes are on the way, and the presence of Saint Michael the Archangel is here to remind you that divine protection never fails. The light of Saint Michael will always be guiding you, breaking the chains that try to hold you back. Allow this energy to settle within you. May the divine promises be fulfilled in your life, and may you feel this renewal each day. Look around you and see how life begins to transform. The doors that were closed start to open, the shadows begin to dissipate. Believe in the protection that surrounds you and in the strength that is reborn within you. In the coming moments, as you reflect on all this, be prepared to surrender and feel this light growing stronger. Changes are on the way, and the presence of Saint Michael the Archangel is here to remind you that divine protection never fails. You do not need to carry this weight any longer. Remember, with each new dawn, that the struggles that seem so great are small in the face of God's power. When you cry out for help, when you invoke the protection of Saint Michael, something powerful happens. The forces of evil begin to retreat. The malicious words that surround you lose their strength. You have by your side a defender who is light in the midst of darkness, a warrior who faces the storms in your name. Imagine yourself being enveloped by this light, every part of your being touched by the strength of Saint Michael, bringing calm to your heart, serenity to your mind. May all the shadows that try to enter your home now retreat. May all the fears that have tormented you dissolve in the presence of the Archangel. You are protected. You are loved. Visualize this protection, like a cloak that surrounds you, that makes you strong, that gives you courage to move forward. Every battle you face is not just yours. There is a legion of angels around you, an invisible force working for your good. On your journey, if the feeling of blockage arises, if anguish tries to bring you down, remember that you are not alone. Say aloud, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me. By doing this, you activate that protection. He listens, he responds. Every word that comes from your mouth is a powerful invocation, a call to action from heaven. And so, when difficulties arise, you remember that there is always a way out, a light shining at the end of the tunnel, a renewed hope. May each day be a new opportunity for renewal. May your faith never fade, but rather grow, like a flame that shines brightly. When anxiety tries to envelop you, take a deep breath and invite the presence of Saint Michael to be with you in that moment. Feel how peace begins to take over your being. May each breath remind you of the protection that covers you. At this moment, make a surrender to the Archangel. Say in your heart, I place myself under the divine protection of Saint Michael. Feel this surrender. Feel how your worries begin to dissipate, as if they were being carried away by a gentle and strong wind, leaving no trace, leaving no pain. You deserve this peace. You need this peace. May the light of Saint Michael bring clarity to your thoughts. May the divine presence bring answers to your questions, and may your life begin to bloom again. In moments when you feel fear or insecurity, remember that your faith is a powerful weapon. You are not a victim, but a beloved child of God surrounded by protection. Imagine yourself lifting your head, knowing that you are backed by a greater power. Saint Michael, with his sword of light, cutting through the darkness that surrounds you, bringing justice and peace. He fights by your side. Every step you take is a step toward victory. At the end of this moment of prayer, remember, you are loved, you are protected, and victory is yours. The light of Saint Michael will always be guiding you, breaking the chains that try to bind you. May divine peace envelop you, and may you feel this renewing strength in your heart. If this prayer touched your heart, subscribe to continue receiving protection and faith in your life. May each day bring new reasons for your hope. May divine blessings never cease upon you. You are not alone on this journey. You are part of a community of faith that unites in love and hope. Leave your amen, for together we form an army of light, an army that advances in the name of good. May the light of Saint Michael always shine on your path, bringing peace and renewal. You are loved, you are protected, and victory is yours. The light of Saint Michael will always be guiding you, breaking the chains that try to bind you. May divine peace envelop you, and may you feel this renewing strength in your heart. Imagine for a moment the glorious scene of Archangel Michael, with his shining armor, advancing toward the forces that try to overshadow your light. He is here, fighting by your side, unlocking the doors that seemed closed, bringing clarity where there was confusion. Every shadow that tries to approach will be dissipated by the light of your protection. When you feel that the struggles are piling up, that the challenges seem insurmountable, remember to invoke this powerful presence. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend me in the battles I fight in silence. May every shadow lose strength before the light he radiates. May my home be guarded, may my mind find peace. Just as he faced dragons and defeated darkness, you too have this strength within you. You are not a victim, but a warrior, a chosen one to be a bearer of light. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward, to rise even when everything seems against you. Allow this prayer to resonate within you. Make it a mantra, a daily reminder that you are under divine protection. Join us. Write, Saint Michael protects me, in the comments, not as an obligation, but as a gesture of faith that strengthens this chain of love and protection. Faith unites us, drives us, and makes us stronger. And as you walk, know that Saint Michael will be by your side, his shining sword always ready to defend you against any evil. May the light of Saint Michael always shine on your path, bringing peace and renewal. You are loved, you are protected, and victory is yours. If this prayer touched your heart, subscribe to continue receiving protection and faith in your life. May each day bring new reasons for your hope. You are not alone on this journey. You are part of a community of faith that unites in love and hope. Leave your amen, for together we form an army of light, an army that advances in the name of good.